What it be, what it be, what it do, what it do. It's your host, Dave, with the Dave and Boo Show. Tell your mama, your cousin, and your bro to like, share, and subscribe to the Dave and Boo Show. We lit. Yeah! Alright. The Michigan Wolverines defeat Lil Bro. Michigan State, 31-20. That final score is a little bit deceiving because the game was well in hand before they scored their last touchdown. But hey, they still scored, so it's 31-20. I am a little late getting to this game, but I had to get to it. So I had to get to it at some point. Special day today. It's my birthday, so we lit. Y'all, turn up. Yeah, what better to talk about than Jesus and then Michigan football, right? So, we're going to go over, some of our post-game notes and stats and things. I'll give my MVPs for the game, and we'll look forward to Purdue. So, the final score was 31-20. Obviously, we had plenty of chances where we could have very easily blown this game wide open, even worse. But 31-20 it's okay. That 20 points is really deceiving because it was 31-13 for like the entire second. Well, not the entire second half, but a lot of the second half. It was like 24-13 or 24. It was 24-7 at one point, and then then we scored 31. It was 31-13 all the way up until maybe they're almost Michigan State's last drive of the game. So, so to start off, we always start off with offense, right? So I will start there. Bryce Underwood did not have the game I thought he was going to have at all, remotely, not even remotely close. He went off for 8 for 17, 86 yards. But no, a win is a win. And also, they only threw it 17 times and they rushed 49 times. So this was like a knockoff 2023 Penn State game, essentially. So Bryce did not have his best game. There were times where it seemed like he just wasn't hitting some of his guys. So yeah, but he just didn't have his best game. So it is what it is. He struggled. He did struggle. He did okay in the run game though. He had about 6 attempts for 26 rushing yards and a touchdown. I'm not accounting for the sack that he took, so that's probably like 4 or 5 yards off there. So probably around 21 or 20 rushing yards that he had. The running backs, however, had a great game. That was, all in all, probably the best rushing performance we've had from both running backs in a given game all season. Justice Haynes, 26 attempts, 153 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jordan Marshall, 15 attempts, 110 yards and 1 touchdown. 5.8 yards a carry for Justice Haynes, 7.3 yards a carry for Jordan Marshall. So, as Johnny Olden and everyone kind of says, law and order. Yeah. Those guys were for sure laying down the law on Saturday. Justice Haynes, I'm hearing from today from sources and stuff like that, Justice Haynes might have broken his foot or might be injured somehow from his foot area in his foot. So, and I'm hearing he might be out for a few games. So that's not good. You could tell something was wrong with Justice Haynes. I personally was in my group chat saying all game, we need to just have Jordan Marshall run and have Haynes sit because Haynes was hurt and you could tell he was hurt. He didn't have his regular burst, and despite that, for him to still run 26 times and get 153 yards and score a touchdown, 2 touchdowns is crazy. So I don't care how good or bad Michigan State's defense was. And they played, I bet Michigan State probably played their best defensive game all year outside of our rushing attack. So, yeah. The run game was incredible. I would give the running game an A for Michigan. The passing and receiving game was not there at all. Andrew Marsh had, I think it was 3 catches for 54 yards. Long of 27. Justice Haynes, 3 catches for 19 yards. Donovan McCulley, 1 catch for 9 yards. Marlon Klein, 1 catch for 4 yards. So the passing game was not there today, unfortunately, or Saturday, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, the offensive line looked good. They were really physical. It was a good game. I mean, the offense wasn't great. I'd give the offense a B minus, I think. B minus, somewhere around there. I mean, yeah, it was okay. The offense was okay overall. I mean, it wasn't great. Obviously, we need to see more of the passing game, but also, I mean, if you can run a team into the dirt and just be done with it, that's what Michigan's going to do. So that's just the MO. So from an offensive game plan standpoint, I guess you'd grade it pretty high, but I mean, the O-line looked good. The running backs looked incredible. Unfortunately, Bryce just did not have a great game, and the receivers didn't get a chance to show much because he didn't have a great game. Now, Michigan State did seem like they blitzed a lot, and we couldn't pick up their blitzes at all. That one play where the Bell blitzed off the edge, the cornerback, I think, and he got the strip sack, and then we got bailed out for that. That play, we for sure were bailed out. I don't think that was offside. But hey, I'm not complaining about the call. Who wants to give them extra momentum for no reason? It wouldn't have mattered because our defense was locked down. I'm going to get to the defense now. The defense, I give the defense overall an A, right? Now, if you go room by room, like position by position, it's going to vary, but overall, I give the defense an A strictly because the game plan was incredible. Wink Martindale called it almost borderline perfect game. Really, I'd say Wink called a perfect game. I think it was more so the players in certain instances had mental lapses here and there or made little mistakes because they kept Childs in the pocket, and Childs couldn't get anything going. Childs was, let's see, his stats were, he was struggling. Aiden Childs was struggling. Aiden Childs was looking at 14 for 28, 130 passing yards, and no touchdowns, no interceptions. He rushed for only 27 yards and 1 touchdown. And the touchdown was on the goal line after a hectic long drive. So you know what? Clap it up for Wink for that. He was 50% completion rating and 130 passing yards with the receivers he has, Amari Kelly and Nick Marsh being essentially locked up. Like, outside of that one big catch that Nick Marsh had where Jair Hill was looking in the backfield and let Marsh just kind of, I don't even think Marsh hit a double move. I think Marsh just ran, and Jair Hill, for whatever reason, was staring into the backfield. Now, to be fair, it was cover 2, and Jaden Mangum was supposed to get over quicker than he did. So, I mean, both of them just kind of had a mental lapse on that play, and Marsh almost scored a touchdown, but I think the way Mangum hit him, he went out of bounds with the ball behind the pylon, like he's holding it back here instead of, if he was holding it up here or forward, he would have scored. So they scored a touchdown there, I think, from Mekhi Frazier. But nonetheless, or maybe, I don't even know if it was Frazier or not. It might have been. But regardless, outside of that and outside of a couple of fluke runs, Michigan State had this one run where Mekhi Frazier, their running back, got about a 50-yard run. I mean, he was juking and breaking tackles, and he got some really good blocks. That was really their best and only really good drive of the game outside of that drive in the fourth quarter with a few seconds left and the fourth stringers in for Michigan. But Frazier had 14 carries for 112 yards. So that's really not bad at all. Not bad at all. So, but again, like that, most of that came from that 50-yard run. You take away that 50-yard run, he didn't do much. So there's that. But nonetheless, overall, man, Jimmy Rolder had the game of his life. Jimmy Rolder was balling. Jimmy Rolder gets the MVP for defense for sure. First possession, Brandon Hillman, 3rd and 2. Aiden Childs does either design QB, he runs it, and Brandon Hillman comes in and punches the ball out perfectly, and Jimmy Roller chases it down and picks it up right before it goes out of bounds, before he goes out of bounds as well. And they get a turnover on the first drive, sets up a field goal, and then we score. So, yeah, and Jimmy Roller, I think he got 2 amazing 4th down stops. He got a pass breakup on their 2-point conversion. He got a pass breakup on 4th down. He was everywhere. Jimmy Roller was everywhere. Jimmy Roller is going to give Aiden Child nightmares off of that performance. I think he had 10 tackles. It was insane. So, Jimmy Roller gets defensive MVP. Offensive MVP is Justice Haynes and Jordan Marshall. I'll give it to... Yeah, Justice Haynes and Jordan Marshall are co-offensive MVPs. And shout out the offensive line, too. The offensive line looked great. Pass protection was a work in progress. It is a work in progress still. But, hey, we got a young offensive line, and for them to be playing as well as they are, being as young as they are, is kind of incredible. So, special teams is still scary. Zavada made his field goal. Actually, I take it back. Hollenbeck really did a good job on Saturday. The punter had his best game by far of the year. He got a punt within the 5-yard line. He got another really good punt. Hollenbeck was really balling. So shout out him for a change. Finally, please keep it up, please. Yeah. Overall team grade, I'll give the team a B. So I'll go A on offense and A on defense, B- on offense. So, yeah, that's it. A little short video today. But, yeah, thanks, guys, for tuning in. On the road to 100 subscribers right now, so let's get it. I'm at 41. Thank you all for your support. Tell your mama, your cousin, your bro to like, share, and subscribe to the Dave and Blue Show. We lit. Yeah. Go Blue. We'll be ready for this Purdue video here shortly, so let's go.